Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Kaká has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It's a smartly directed ball. Pull it. Bastoni. Hernandez. Strong running down that left flank. Deep cross. Climbs up big! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. There is Ribéry, just a smashing play, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that.
And that's the keeper's ball. AC Milan could counter here. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Çalhanoğlu. Ribéry. And the counter is on. Looking for the run. Politano. Incoming. He's got tall. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Çalhanoğlu proves just a little bit too strong. Goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
De Bruyne! And one more try! And he's gone looking for safety. Has a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Tries from a long way out. And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That was good alertness. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Ribéry. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's found support out wide. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Seedorf. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. McTominay, looking for options for movement. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's having a shot! Yes, it's in! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up call for the hosts.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Ribéry in acres of space out wide. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Seedorf. It's a searching pass. Oh, they can break here. Played back into the centre. Çalhanoğlu. Milan looking to pass their way through. Seedorf. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Modric. De Bruyne. And it's Çalhanoğlu. De Bruyne. He's picked his way through. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. Oh, strongly challenged there. And he's forced to go back. Politano. Oh, that's nice. Could try cutting inside here. And it's played in here. And the finish! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Played out to the left flank. Hernandez. Tomori. McTominay. And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Yildiz. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's aimed into the middle. Gabbia gets it clear.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's made it. Yildiz! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And we hit half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, that's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Second period then underway. Now it's Batistuta. Tomori. Now McTominay. And it's Barella. Now De Bruyne. Oh, good take in a good area. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Shapes to shoot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one. Chance! That's another chance! Goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and...
He's had a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Milan go 2 up, and it's quickly taken. Seedorf. Oh, it's Batistuta. Well read, nice interception.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Seedorf. Modric. Nice sequence of passes, this.
That's positional goals, the utilisation.
Decent chance! Batistuta is flagged offside. No, he's not getting any further than that. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Ribéry. DiMarco. Yildiz. And this is... And Batistuta! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Ribéry. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Oh, no joy this time. Bastoni. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Modric. He's had it taken off him. Threads one in. Oh, that's clever. Çalhanoğlu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ribéry. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's going to be disappointed with that. Tomori. He's in plenty of space here. And that has been cleared. And this is De Bruyne. Defending of the desperate variety.
De Bruyne really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Barella. DiMarco.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
De Bruyne. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ribéry. Seedorf. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Çalhanoğlu. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And Bastoni. DiMarco. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. So that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter,
Madrid are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Conte, that's a good ball out wide. And this is Drogba. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Dijk proves too strong. And here's Drogba. Bellingham. It's a searching pass. And no, that was never going to make it. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Looking for options, for movement. Pinches it off him. Rashford. Nice looking ball. It's beautifully weighted. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. Oh no circumventing this opponent. Now that's well seen too. Conte. And here's Rashford. Takes aim and crosses. Van Dijk gets it away. Fletcher! Kimmich with the clearance. No goals as yet. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Now here's the delivery. Marquinhos tries to clear. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now he's got space here. Bellingham. Bellingham stood his ground strongly. Belletti. Oh, that's a key interception. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now it's Isak. Spread it left. Hazard. Hazard with the delivery. He gets big. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And it's Gravenberch. And here's Isak. And this is Mohamed Salah. That's an excellent interception. It's a really well-measured ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Marquinhos is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Salah. And here's Gravenberch. Darren Fletcher. And it's Bellingham. Rashford. Now it's Drogba. Van Dijk.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Looking for a runner. Floated through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now that looks a decent ball. Isak. Played out to the right. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Musiala. Drogba. Drogba was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kimmich. And it's Gravenberch. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Darren Fletcher. Oh, good spread. Well, that pass isn't the best. And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Look, I think sometimes they're crossing for crossing's sake. It's percentage football. The more balls you get in the box, the likelier it is to score. Well, that's good to a point, but they also need an alternative.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the game has already resumed here. So the first half brought no goals. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's a throw. He's picked his way through, and across it goes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Drogba.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Adams. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's a good run down the left. Fletcher. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Hazard. He has found a way through. Bellingham. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Now it's Doku. Nicely shaped ball.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Plays a sharp little ball here. Ambitious ball here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 42 será sustituido
So, Jim,
por
is that the manager
el dorsal
telling the
22.
forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Messi aims beyond the defence. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they've got a throw.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Palmer. And this is Drogba. Palmer.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Isak, here's a big chance! And yes, it's there! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experience, but
There's the shot! That has been knocked clear.
well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, it's played into the area. Rijkaard.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left.
Can he finish? And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Defending of the desperate variety. Yamal pokes it out wide. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. Could move up a gear here. That's been cut out, well played. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Milan have reclaimed it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It's a good foot in there. Nicely weighted ball. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Hakimi plays it short. Looking for the run. That has ended up in no man's land. That's that, the end. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
And time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Up he goes! Boom, header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
That's really well manoeuvred. It's a searching pass. Oh, what has happened here? He could be in here. Pass somewhat off target. Donnarumma punts it upfield. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. Played in deep. That's an excellent interception. It's a really well-measured ball. Lobbed in behind. He's cut it out. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Messi bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. That pass isn't the best. Still goalless at the moment. And it's Son Heung-min. Ricci. Passes short and sharp. Musiala, out to the left it goes. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Madrid finding their passes. Oh, some tackle that. Van Dijk. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Son Heung-min! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ricci. Fernandez picks it up out wide. Yamal.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Fernandez. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And the cutback. Fernandez. Mbappe. Kante does really well to win the ball there. Son Heung-min. Belletti. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Camavinga. The less said about that pass, the better. Van Bouten. Musiala tries to play it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe. Son Heung-min. Fernandes. Oh, easy pickings there. Belletti. It's not an especially good pass, that. Van Bouten. Camavinga. Played back to the goalkeeper. Can he get on the end of this? He has a look up. Decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! And right on half-time, that is telling. Was there ever any doubt? And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Can he get onto this? Oh, played through for the wide man. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Pedri. And this is Drogba. Yamal. Good read, needed to be. Thinks one through. Raum. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slick. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's a threatening ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That's an imaginative pass.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And they win it back again. Pedri. Conte. Out towards the flank. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Conte. And it's Musiala. For Van Bouten. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Fernandes. Serginho. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's intervened well there. Jimenez. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He has found the way through. Great chance! And that would have been some goal.
That was some seriously slick play. pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive
El dorsal
movement.
9.
It's
Serán
their second
sustituidos
corner of the
por
game.
El dorsal 22. El dorsal 7.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Son Heung-min. Fernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Distributed tidily. Messi. And Messi! It's fallen kindly here. It's a goal. And this is getting better and better.
Marcó.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now that's well seen too. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Palmer. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Tries to pass it through. Raum could try cutting inside here. And it's Conte. Pedri knocks it out wide. Now the cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Good ball, good take. Drilled in low.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has not gone well. Conte. Fernandez does well to get it back. It's a pretty loose pass. He's found a way through. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A case now of complete control. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one out. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the...
Bernardo Silva! Oh, terrible pass. Milan looking to pass their way through. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. Van Dijk does well to get it back. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bernardo Silva. Raul. It's Raul! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Raul actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And it's played it... Raul! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Now it's Mbappe. That's good vision. And the shot! Now it's Messi. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kante gets a foot in here. Xavi Alonso. Madrid yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's in a great position. Goal! Goal! Milan! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And he cuts out the supply.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving.
It's Asa! Adams. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And this is Bernardo Silva. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. A heavy challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Xavi Alonso. Raul. Thinks about the shot. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that...
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Pinches it off him. Knocks it into space. Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Hazard. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Ball's gone astray. Kimmich. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Messi. That's good running with the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hazard. Lovely, now then. He's away! Has a look up and drives it forward. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's managed to get free. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Que junto a las puertas de acceso al estadio hay instaladas unas huchas destinadas a recoger sus donativos para nuestra campaña solidaria en favor de los más necesitados. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chooses to go crossfield. Vinicius Junior quietly revving up. Pass somewhat off target. Madrid different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Raúl looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Bellingham. Darren Fletcher. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Xavi Alonso. Takes the shot! Xavi Alonso clearly saw the chance to shoot, and why not? And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Vardiol. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Kukcu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Passing nice and neat. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now, who's going to be first to this? Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Almost an hour gone. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space. He can get that clear. Now it's Drogba. Stood up well to him there.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Played in deep. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
He is through here. Now it's Kukcu. Drogba, and they can counter here. Driving forward. Gets a good foot in there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Milan finding their passes. Played out wide. Alonso. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, what a ball! Raúl is flagged offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Time for a
17.
change in personnel.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
75 minutes played. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Darren Fletcher. Now it's Drogba. And it's Musiala. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Opts for safety. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Adams. Van Dijk. All the way back. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Vinicius Junior. Bernardo Silva is wide and looking to get onto this.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 4 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 13, el dorsal 16.
And that's definitely not his best. Another throw-in. Rodri. Van Bouten.
Habrá dos
The most
minutos de
accurate
descuento.
pass. Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. Now that looks a decent ball. Bernardo Silva is onto it in a flash. Musiala. Nicely weighted chance! And he's gone direct here. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The Dutch capital is rocking. It always has. It did in the days when the great man after whom this arena is named took to the field, and it still does here and now. The faithful expect, and the team must deliver. Oh, crossbar! It's an inviting looking ball, that. Musiala. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Vinicius Junior. And he's picked it up out wide. Beckham. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Musiala. And it's Conte. Now it's Drogba. Nicely shaped ball. Neatly clipped into space. Belletti. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Darren Fletcher. And here's Drogba. And here's Musiala.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about... He's having a go! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Ajax have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and risk...
And the shots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. This time, surely! They've done it! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's picked his way through.
Vinicius Junior really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Mbappe. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Eto'o. Conte. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through. Played into space out wide. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Shifting it to the flank. Could try cutting inside here. It's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And he was alert to it. Musiala. Bruno Fernandes. Threads one. Goes for a shot! Goal! Ajax! And again they hit the front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Ajax are looking to break at pace. He is through here. Darren Fletcher. Belletti. A searching ball out wide. Saliba cuts it out. Beckham. Can he get on the end of this? That looks a good ball through. He's got away. He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Musiala. Byrne kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
1 minute added time.
And they've got rid. Conte. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, what about a counter-attack? Dink through, and he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot, and it's come back out to him. He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And the first 45 minutes are up. And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Madrid have their second corner now. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. He's only too happy to take that back. Musiala. Now it's Kante. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Picked out brilliantly. Fletcher. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he shoots! Oh, taken with style. The second half sparks straight into life.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
After 53 minutes is number 21, Didier Drogba.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And here's Drogba. And he's lost his man here. And the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? This is Drogba.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Great defending, strong and determined. And he's worked it through. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! And the keeper's given it away. Can he finish? It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Ajax go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
No, that's been intercepted. That's an imaginative pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Saka doing well down the right, but he's left himself in need of support. And it's Fletcher. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Floated through. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Saka. He has found the way through. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Looking for the run. He's on it. Can he get away? There's the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Beckham takes the shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Beckham brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Darren Fletcher. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Goes down, but nothing given. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. And this is Eto! In he goes again. Just cruising. They are cruising. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Substitutions taking place.
Ajax grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And it's Bale. Chance! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Tries to pass it through. Chance to deliver. Shoots! It's hit the upright. Eto, pass somewhat off target. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's Bale! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
They've played it short. Bruno Fernandes, and the shot! Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Burn. Ajax clearly now in lead preservation mode. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Eto.
There will be 5
Just seeing the
minutes
board
added
now,
time.
it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bale! It's hit the crossbar! And that's off target. And here's Here's Mbappe, crosses it into the area. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Not the most accurate pass. Decent chance! It's bounced back off the post. Conte. And time is up. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit is what makes him so special, Peter. He just plays without fear, determined to win at all costs.
Every team needs one of him, doesn't it?
Well, if you want to be successful, it's essential.
Saliba has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Yeah, can they get him away? And a chance! Instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Saka.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now it's Lewandowski. That's been cut out, well played. Conte. Over to the left. Ambitious ball here. There will be a throw-in. Mbappe, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Raul. Now he's got space here. Oh no, what has happened here? Saka. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Out to the left it goes. It's a searching pass. And that's an errant pass. Rodri. João Neves. Saka. And here's Kane. And he's got the... It's Kane! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Kane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Kane. Rice. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Just about within shooting range. And that is doing no harm at all.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's looking wide. Cross to the back post. Rodri with... Oh, what has happened here? Van Dijk clears. And it's Belletti. Saka receives him in a wide position. Madrid are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Looking for the run. Danger averted for now. Taken back almost at once. Van Bouten. Belletti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Adams. Mbappe! And he was alert to it. Pedri. Ball played for Conte. Kane. Belletti. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Raul.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Vinicius Junior. Conte. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Oh, really well played.
He's found the way through. In by Saka.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, just hits a shot! And yes, it's there! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pedri. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has been slung wide.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove...
He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Looking to play him in. And here's Saka, looking for options for movement. firmly met. And the first 45 minutes are up. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Conte, now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he get on the end of this? Rodri gets it clear. Now it's Lewandowski. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He shifted it to the flank. Nice looking ball.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Gets a good foot in there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Vinicius Junior. Pulisic. Now that looks a decent ball. Almost an hour gone. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. That has not gone well.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Madrid
7
can now introduce
será
the first of their
sustituido por
substitutes.
el dorsal
Mbappe
11.
to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Plays it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's a throw. Vinicius Junior could try cutting inside here. Caceres did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the through ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's a nicely shaped ball. Pulisic!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Real chance! He's got a goal! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position I think would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
El dorsal 41.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Cambio de jugadores. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And here's Kane. Engages and forces him off the ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Can he get it through? Now it's Ferran Torres. He's got away. Tries a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
It's a little off target. And the pass is intercepted. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Musiala. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide. Van Dijk gets it away. And we have our very first corner. Pulisic with the clearance. And that's gone loose. That'll be a throw. Looking for a runner. The less said about that pass, the better. Very much into the last knockings. He's through, now is he in?
3 minutos de descuento.
And that is a little... oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Kane is offering a wry smile there.
Belletti. Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception. And he's intervened well there. So that's it. It is all over. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Strong running down that left flank. Here it is, crossed in. And he's quick to get it clear again. Raul. Nicely weighted ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Van Balten goes on a charge down the left. And that is a little undercooked. Henderson has got himself a free kick. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Vinicius Junior. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. Henderson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Kane. Tomori gets a foot in here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's had it taken off him. Aims beyond the defence. Shot a goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Saka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Jimenez tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. DiMarco. Neither side yet able to find the net. Hangs one in. Oh, well played. Serginho. And here's Kane. That's Raul. Great vision. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He has found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Openda. Now this could be a chance.
Oh, really well played.
Goes for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Serginho really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's James. In by Messi. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And the cross comes in. Now that's well seen too. James. And here's Raul. Messi. Oh, that was vital. Conte. Kane. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gets a good foot in there. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Crossed into the box. Jimenez gets it away. Pedri. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That was venomous. Looking for options for movement. He was under real pressure there. That has not gone well. Saka takes control of it and he's on the move. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
This time, surely! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Tomori is there, and he can get that clear. And he's had a hit! And again, the keeper stands strong.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Jimenez is there to clear, and it's Belletti. Close chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Kane. Conte. Pedri. Now it's Openda. Turns back here, probably the best option. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Tomori, chance here to counter. Now it's Kane. Saka is onto this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to pass it through. Jimenez gets over and intercepts. Tomori with the clearance. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Please
And
be
we
made
are
aware
up to the break.
smoking is only
What an end to the
permitted
half,
in
Peter.
designated areas
A lot of the
within
best
these grounds.
action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Raul. Number 32,
And the action is back on the way.
Demarco. Number 27,
0-0, and we're at the halfway
Serginho.
point.
Number 23, Hikayo Tomori. Coming on the field, number 13,
And here's Kane.
Mbappe. Number
And he's
21,
quick to snatch it back.
Hazard. Number 8, Bellingham.
That is good.
Number
Super running,
29,
sharp movement. Came up against a
Fofana.
defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the pass is intercepted. Searching pass he's played there. Bellingham getting this one clear. Jordan Henderson.
This is the time you need that pace.
Belletti pokes it out wide. Saka. It's Pedri. Saka. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's a pretty loose pass. Saka has it in a wide position. Now it's Openda. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. And he's intervened well there. Over to the left. Pops for safety. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's found a way past. He's found a way through. And smartly reclaimed. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. And it's Pedri.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the
Substitutions
case.
taking place.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And here's Openda. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. deftly away. Now it's Optenda. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now, can they get him away? It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And he's managed to get free. Brilliantly cut out.
Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Now it's Optenda. Belletti. Decent chance! He's got away with one there. Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Bellingham. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. He's shifting through the gears here. In by Vinicius Junior. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Kane. Jimenez does well to get it back. Belletti. Nice bit of trickery. That's a throw.
Substitution in progress.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And he's there to belt it away. Looking for the run. Now it's Mbappe. Pedri. Now it's Kane.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's had a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ferran Torres did very well to get himself one-on-one. Now he's got to figure out how to beat the keeper.
Nicely aimed pass. Now he's got space here. The less said about that pass, the better. And here's Kane. Henderson does really well to win the ball there.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's been intercepted. Shifted it to the flank. Into stoppage time, and it is still 0-0. Jordan Henderson. And that is that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with waste. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up here, Peter.
Well, he's been a favourite of yours for years, hasn't he?
Well, club biases aside, I don't think I've ever seen a striker who's so outstanding both inside and outside the box and who routinely makes the...
He's having a shot! Yes, it's in! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Quickly taken. That has been cut short. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pedri. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, nicely intercepted. And the shot! That's really well manoeuvred. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Saka. Good chance here! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And he was quick to react. Driving forward. That is good alertness. Belletti. Hazard. Great vision. Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Hazard! He scores! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Indonesia grab the equaliser, and we're... Chance, surely! Oh, it's there! And they've got their lead back. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
Chance for a shot! And that would have been some goal.
And you can see how the direct approach can work really well. Get yourself on the ball and give it a try.
That's a lovely pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, that's fabulous. Gets into some space, and that's gone loose. Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Van Bouten gathers from the goal kick. 30 minutes gone. Can he get on the end of this? Conte. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Mbappe. Is there any chance? Oh, it's come loose. And here's Azar. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's opted for the long pass. No, he wasn't going to let him pass. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Rodri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Can he finish? Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Now it's Kane. Engages and forces him off the ball. 5 minutes till the break. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No luck with that dink over the top. Hakimi. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's chosen to go back. Oh, that was vital. Gabriel. And now the breakaway. Serginho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a good run down the left. Hazard powering forward here. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Madrid are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Saka. Elects to cross. Oh, important interception. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That is ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior looking to run onto it. He's got away. Pass somewhat off target. Indonesia are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That has not gone well. Oh, what's he done? Hakimi. And it's Beckham. Can he get it through? Hakimi providing an outlet on that flank.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 41 será sustituido por
Hakimi.
el dorsal 42.
Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here. Musiala. Pedri. Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Belletti. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Great ball, great chance! Beckham. Oh, the move. Oh no, what has happened here? Vinicius Junior. Now it's Musiala.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's had a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7 será reemplazado por el dorsal 11.
Looking for the run.
Se va a realizar un cambio de
Threads
jugadores.
one in. That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through. Madrid will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Robertson calmly anticipates. Kane looking to add to his goal. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! He has done it! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark.
En el minuto 87.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
It's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Madrid could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
He is through here. Stood up well to him there. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Beckham. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And there goes the final whistle. Madrid can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Kane picking
Raúl.